Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing a really natural makeup look. Just taking ourselves from looking like this to looking just a little bit more put together, a little bit more in control of things, but just not over the top. So this is going to be a very minimalistic but natural makeup look. So if you are interested in seeing how I do that, then please keep on watching. So first things first, I'm going to prep my skin and I'm going to use the Benefit Professional. This is the Pearl Primer. This is the more like radiant kind of primer. I don't really necessarily see the radiance in it. However, it is the same consistency as the original pore filling primer. So I'm just going to work that into the cheek area just to fill in those pores. In the center of my forehead, that is where I have the most enlarged pores and problematic areas. So next I'm going to use this Banish. This is a vitamin C beauty elixir. It's a facial spray. Sometimes I use this after I do skincare, but in this instance I'm just going to kind of refresh my face and give me a little bit extra vitamin C. So I'm just going to spray this. It smells so good and it has some peppermint in it, so it's really cooling on the skin. So it's just gonna refresh and kind of get rid of that like pearlescent kind of look onto my skin and just kind of give it a little bit of a glow, as you can see. So we're not gonna use any foundation in this video. I am just gonna keep it with concealers. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is in the shade C13, so it is the closest to my skin tone, and I'm just going to spot treat my skin. So wherever I have, you know, like some problematic areas, some dark spots, things like that, that is where I'm going to place this concealer and then just blend it out. My forehead is my biggest problematic area. Everywhere else it's pretty okay, but like my forehead is terrible, and I'm just gonna blend that out with this this was a oh shoot, I forget what brand this brush was, but this is gonna give me a nice sheer amount of coverage, but still cover whatever I need to cover. So for the under eye, I'm going to take C13 and C12, these two bad boys right here, and just mix the two. First, I'm gonna go in with C12 or C13 just to go right under the under eye, just to kind of help with the shadow that I have there, because I haven't gotten much sleep, and then go over the eye because I have darkness there. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of C12 just to help lighten and brighten that, because it is pretty much my skin tone, and I don't really want my under eye to be my skin tone, but the rest of my face I do. And I'm just going to use a beauty blender, which I have squeezed all of the excess water out of, and just go right underneath of the eye and over the top. You don't have to do over the top if you don't want to. However, I have darkness there, so I do over the top. But if you don't have any problematic areas, then don't really worry about over the top. But if you have like veins or anything like that, it's just gonna give your eye a little bit more like coverage and just make it look a little more put together. And you also want to come in here in the inner portion of your eye and get that portion too, and all the way out, because if not, that area can be dark and it'll make you look tired and have raccoon eyes, and we don't want raccoon eyes, girl. So to set that, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in medium/deep. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to bake this because, like I said, once again, this is a pretty natural look. So I'm just going to pounce out all of the lines, and I'm going to use the Sigma F45 as a tapered highlighting brush, and take some of that powder, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to dab right underneath of that, just to set. And this also gives a lighter appearance, so it kind of highlights as well, and then just dab that over the lid as well, because you want to set any type of cream that you apply to your face. And if you don't want it to be as bright as, say, I have mine, then you can just use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is in the shade deep/medium or medium/deep, which I'm going to use this for the rest of my face. So I'm going to take a flat top brush and just tap that powder into the cap and just go around and set the rest of the cream. This powder is also going to give your skin a little bit extra coverage, a little bit more coverage than what the concealer gave you, but also not like too much coverage, if you know what I mean. And I'm just running it over my eyes and under my eyes also. So for blush, I'm just gonna apply a really natural looking blush. This is Toasted Almond by Black Radiance. This is one of my favorite blushes, but however, I don't want my blush to be too much, so I'm using a dual fiber brush from Sigma. This is an F15 dual fiber powder / blush brush, just to give like a wash of color to the cheeks. You can also apply a little to your nose if you want. It doesn't really matter to me. And then the Mario Badescu facial spray. This is the Aloe Cucumber and Green Tea one. I love this stuff. This is just gonna get rid of like the powdery kind of look. And just refresh the face. It's gonna give it a more like lived in look, if you know what I mean. Like just make it to where it doesn't look super powdery. And I'm just gonna roll my beauty blender around where the spurts left little dots. And then apply a little bit of highlighter. The highlighter that I'm gonna use today is a Makeup Geek highlighter. This is in the shade Ignite, and it's just a like kind of like a bronzy kind of shade. And I'm gonna use this Morphe fan brush just to give a more like diffused highlight. And it also has a little bit of like pink undertone, so it's gonna blend in with the blush. But mainly what we want this to do is just give a little bit of luminosity to the skin, just so that way we don't look so flat and one-dimensional. And you can apply this to whatever you want. For now, I'm just gonna apply it to the perimeter, and it's just gonna give just a little bit something extra. Now for the fun part, the brows. My brows ironically look like they're filled in already. They look pretty dark, however they aren't filled in. So I'm gonna take the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. It's really, 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 really good. I love using this pencil. This is my second one. That's how much I use it. And just lightly give myself an arch. And just lightly give a little bit of definition to the brow, not too much. So that is it, you guys. If you guys want to see an in-depth brow tutorial, I will have the one I just filmed at the end of this video, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and do this other brow. So I am gonna use some concealer to conceal underneath of my brow, and I'm gonna use my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This is in the shade NC45, just to kind of clean it up a little bit and just to give it a little more of a clean edge. I like to do this. If you don't have time for this in the morning, you don't have to, but if you mess up or anything like that, you just want to go in with a concealer just to kind of clean it up. And I usually always mess up on my brows. And you see it just kind of gives it like a more like a lift, a highlighted appearance. So now that my brows are done to my best ability, more like a natural brow, I'm going to use a little bit more of that Ignite highlighter and just pop it in the inner corner on the tip of the nose and the bridge of the nose. even though I'm doing something a little more natural, I still like to highlight the same spots that I would normally highlight if I were doing like a regular kind of like makeup look, just because those are still the high points of your face that you want to feature and bring forward and highlight. So by popping it in the inner corner on the brow bone, just gives the brow bone a little bit of a highlight, the inner corner more attention. And then I'm going to apply some mascara. My favorite one right now is the Benefit Their Real Mascara. This mascara is pretty darn good. So I'm just going to apply some of this to my lashes. And by also applying some to the lower lash line, it's just going to give it a little more definition and to make your eyes pop, make it look a little bit more wide and flirty and big. Like lashes literally frame your face. So you don't want to neglect your lower lashes. Even if you don't have very many, just try to. And you can also use the end of a brush, kind of like I'm doing now, to get mascara on them, and then use the actual brush to comb them apart. And just look at the difference between mascara on the lower lashes and not mascara on the lower lashes. This side looks better. But if you don't have time and you don't want to, just do the top. Okay, you guys, so the final touch to this look is lips. Honestly, I'm kind of cool with what I have on my lips right now. It is the Lancome Rosy Plump lip gloss. It looks like this. This is just one of the things that I pop on my lips before I film, just so my lips are moisturized and they don't look crusty throughout the video. However, on top of that, I'm just going to apply my Fenty Gloss Bomb. What is more better than this? It's natural. A lot of people have it. It's universal, so that it looks good on so many different skin tones, whether you're darker, lighter, thinner, bigger, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's going to look great on you, and it just gives like a nice rosy pink tinge to the look, so it looks healthy. And then voila, you have a very natural yet awake looking makeup tutorial using very minimal products, just a primer, a brow product, 2 concealers, a blush, a setting powder, another setting powder, a gloss, and a highlighter, which all of these steps are optional, so you don't have to fill in your brows, you don't have to put on mascara, but I do highly recommend using a concealer that is close to your skin tone to color correct or touch up any problematic areas, using a face powder that is also close to your skin tone to set that, then applying a little bit lighter of a concealer under the eye and setting that, and that's honestly all you need, you guys. So easy, so simple. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are not already subscribed, I hope you made it all the way to the end of the video, so you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.